Wavelengths by Jerry Hughes. Episode 2. Lisa Childs-Dutton has taken up her new role as manager of the radio station Westonfield 185 and is already making her presence felt.
Afternoon, Kate. Oh, hi, Helen. Oh, of course, you've got your one-to-one with you now, haven't she? I have indeed. Why, she couldn't have chatted to me this morning instead of having to get the likes of Ray Lucas to sit in on my show just for one afternoon. Beats me. So, come on. Spill the beans. What's she like? I feel it's wiser to make absolutely no comment, Helen. Like that, eh? And only after her first day. I feel an interesting one-to-one coming up. All I will say is, watch your back. Oh, right. Well, perhaps you and I should compare notes later on. Is she in her office? No. She and Mark Foster are having a working lunch. Probably discussing how to make our lives even more difficult. Oh, it's only her second day. Perhaps you're not giving her a fair chance, perhaps?
This is a sort of working lunch I could easily get used to each day. That meal was fantastic.
Certainly a classy restaurant.
The fish and fowl has been here in Westonfield since time immemorial. Did you know that these days it's owned and run by the wife of Councillor Maurice Newbury, no less?
No, I didn't. Isn't he the planning and development guy at Westonfield City Council?
That's right. He's been an on-air guest of ours many, many times. There's something rather dodgy about that man.
I wouldn't say that too loudly in these surroundings if I were you. We could find ourselves with a lawsuit.
Good point.
I can see you and I are on the same wavelength, Mark. And as you're my deputy, that can only bode well. Certainly with my plans.
So, what's on your agenda for this afternoon?
Oh, I have a one-to-one with Helen Kennedy.
Not while she's presenting the PM show, surely?
Oh, no. Ray Lucas is setting in just for this afternoon.
Oh, right.
Do you know, it occurs to me that I don't really know a lot about you. You came to work here after I originally left the radio station.
Yes, you've been in charge of traffic info in the meantime, haven't you?
That's right. Until Big Boss David Headley started wielding the axe over our heads. Cuts, they said.
Oh, is that why what's-his-name left? Carl?
Carl Russell. Sort of. Carl had problems. He and his partner Flick Leeson went back up to Manchester to live and work.
Yeah, now, didn't he have a nasty car accident on the bypass?
That's right, and died briefly.
Oh.
Fortunately, they were able to revive him.
Do you ever hear from him now?
No. As I say, he had problems over some strange phone calls. Oh, it's all too complicated to go over.
Oh, I see.
Look, I'll just pay for everything on my way out. I have to be back for that one-to-one, so I better go.
Okay. Oh, look who's just walked in. City Weekly News Anton Venables, no less.
Another good reason for me to take my leave. Never did get on with that arrogant, chauvinistic, drunken slob. Good luck.
Oh, thanks a bunch.
Is that you?
Oh, hello, Mirabelle. You must have recognised my whistling.
Not difficult, is it? Always the same tune.
Oh, no, it ain't.
Yes, it is. And it's a good bet it'll be you in here 9 times out of 10. So not a very clever guess.
Now, look, if you've come here to ask for another loan, then...
Of course not. What do you take me for?
Believe me, I just know you too well.
As a matter of fact, I've got cash for you.
Oh, blimey. Where'd you get that from?
That only is for me to know. Just take it with gratitude.
Gratitude? When it's my money, blessed cheek.
But there's no need to do that. It's all there, every last note.
Oh, well, all right, I'll believe it. So how are you then?
Oh, I'm all right. It's everybody else.
Here. Is that a large bottle of scotch I can see in your shopping bag?
Yes. Thought I'd treat myself. You can pop round and have a tipple yourself later if you wish.
You must have come into a bit of dosh then if you can afford to treat yourself to that. Very good brand, that is.
I know. It's the only one I ever have.
Or have you been doing a Peter and Paul job again?
Certainly not.
Look, I'm sorry, Mirabelle, but I just can't let it rest. Don't you think you might need some help? Counselling or something?
Counselling? Certainly not. Mind your own business, Stan Venables.
I noticed she vanished a bit rapid upon my arrival.
I'm sure it was nothing personal, Anton. She's got a one-to-one with our PM show presenter this afternoon.
Poor bitch.
Who do you mean? Helen or Lisa?
Bit of both, really. But mainly your conceited presenter, Helen.
You're just a bitter old cockney, aren't you?
You being racist?
No, just observant.
Lisa Childs.
Childs-Dutton.
How come she's double-barrelled now, then?
Well, she recently married Wayne Dutton. You know, the road presenter from the traffic info agency.
Oh, I know. Lisa Dutton, then.
She's a modern woman. They tend to keep their maiden names these days.
Women's lib. Had a lot to answer for, that did.
Anyhow, what were you about to ask?
What's she about?
Oh, I've no idea of her age, and I'm not about to ask.
No, and I'm not talking about her age. What I want to know is why she's back at your radio station. After the way she left first time.
Anton, I am not going to listen to tales, and I am not going to say anything that will end up in your sleazy little weekly paper.
No, but listen to me, Mark Foster. You do some delving of your own. That woman is trouble, with a capital T. If you'd like to put in your PIN number.
Oh, David, hello. Didn't realise you were behind me.
Hello, Miss Watson.
Another day off from the brewery. More decorating.
No, just my lunch break.
Is there a problem?
Well, would you mind putting in your PIN again, please?
Oh dear, what a pain.
Thank you.
Actually, David, I wouldn't mind you decorating my bit of the house upstairs. I pay you, of course. It desperately needs doing.
Oh, right.
What's the matter now?
Oh, I'm very sorry, your card's been declined.
Oh dear. Oh, how embarrassing. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Competition, and you'll never guess who it is today. But here's the clue.
Lisa.
She was never born
Hello.
as a man.
Good afternoon. Do come in and close the door behind you.
Sounds like you were just listening to me there.
Yes, a recording of last Thursday's show. Thought I'd better get acquainted with it before our chat. Do sit down.
Thanks.
Mystery celebrity competition.
Oh, yes.
Absolute crap.
I'm sorry?
I've been taking a look at the listening figures, and for the last quarter, they've been dipping quite considerably between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m.
Oh, well, one usually finds that. There's always fluctuation.
I don't need you to tell me the technicalities of audience research.
Oh, I didn't mean...
The facts remain, Helen, that during that goddamn mystery celebrity thing, the audience is butting out.
I would protest most firmly. The lines absolutely light up in response to it.
They all love it.
Oh, yeah, those regular saddos that keep tuned in to us no matter what may well be phoning you day after day. But there is no evidence of anybody new turning in or taking part. So, what are you saying then? I'm saying we need to take a serious look at the PM show and decide how we're going to sex it up.
Sex it up? And what on earth do you mean by that?
You okay, Miss Moxon?
Thank you for helping out, David. I don't want to make you late back for work.
Oh, Miss Moxon.
Go along now. If you get the sack from the brewery for lateness, and I will never forgive myself. I don't want that on my conscience as well.
Oh, don't worry about the supermarket money. I don't need it back.
I'll have you know that I do not take charity.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it to seem like that. Okay, pay me back when you can. All I'm saying is it's not urgent.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Look, Kev and I worry about you. We're not stupid. We can both see that you're struggling these days. That big Victorian villa of yours must be very expensive to keep going.
Well, you don't know the half of it.
Oh, yes, we do. Look, have you thought about selling the place?
Sell Woodlands Villa? Certainly not. That's an outrageous suggestion, David Lasky.
But is it?
It was left to me in my mother's will. The house has been in our family for generations.
Well, that's as may be. But I'm sure your family wouldn't like to think of you struggling with it. Perhaps you should talk to someone.
You sound as though you've been talking to Stan Venables at the church hall. That's it, isn't it? You've all been colluding, ganging up on me.
No, of course not.
Thank you for carrying my shopping. I'll take it now, the rest of the way. So help me.
1-to-1 went well then.
That woman.
See what I mean, Ellen?
Do you know what? She had the audacity to say that the mystery celebrity was complete smelly brown stuff.
Smelly brown stuff.
Decency prevents me from even saying the word.
Oh, say, crap.
And do you know what else she said?
The PM show stinks.
Worse. She suggested my radio presentation was akin to Woman's Hour.
Oh, right. Actually, I quite like Woman's Hour when I get to hear it, that
Well,
is.
it's perfectly clear to me. That woman wants me off the PM show. Audience figures have nothing to do with it.
No, do you reckon?
Oh, she's got something up her sleeve, all right. Lisa Childs-Dutton is just not to be trusted.
Well, then I rest my case. So, how's your day been so far?
A bit quiet, actually. Steve Beach has gone sick again, and the powers that be have asked me to do his shift, and I've tentatively agreed.
Oh, Wayne, honey, why?
I sort of got dropped into it.
Well, you can undrop yourself. I want you at home tonight. Things are happening and I want to talk.
What about?
Well, apart from the fact that you are my husband of just 6 months, I want to see you.
Fair comment.
But not just that. You remember I suggested that my coming here to this radio station as manager could be your ticket out of the traffic info agency?
Uh-huh.
Well, you're a very good traffic news presenter, but I know you'd be an even greater local radio presenter.
Well, as you know, it's been my ambition for a very long time. I don't want to have to read out stuff about accidents, diversions and roadworks for the rest of my working life.
And as far as I'm concerned, you won't have to, sweetheart. My butcher's knife is being sharpened as we speak, and an opportunity is about to show itself to help you out of that lousy traffic news agency and right into this radio station.
Wavelengths is written and performed by Jerry Hughes. The music is by Gary Dawes.